You're watching BionicDance. Don't run on automatic, instead, please think.
I am a self-professed atheist here. I really don't care to profess it too much because I don't think it just fucking matters at all to even profess that.
Really? Well, I can think of several reasons. So let's do this. Greetings, fellow space travelers. BionicDance here. Meet YouTuber the Archfiend, as opposed to the heel or toe fiend. And he seems to be regarding atheism as something that's just passé. Check him out.
I used to, see George Carlin do a stand-up and speak about atheism and speak against God and seeing the audience applaud, and I'd be like, whoa, this is terrific. My God, people are, supporting the fight against Christianity, or whatever you want to fucking call it.
Okay, so you enjoyed George Carlin. So do I. But do you ever stop and wonder why the fight is important in the first place?
I used to enjoy it. I used to love seeing debate type shows like Politically Incorrect, where Bill Maher would have someone on who's a deep-seated Bible-thumping Christian, and someone on the panel would be an atheist, and they would go at it, and I would just see the atheist pick that person apart and pull out inconsistency after just ridiculous this and that out of the Bible. But then it got to the point of where it's like, what do I care?
So what? The fight between atheists and theists was just entertainment for you? Is that all it was? And why should you care? Look at that law that was just passed in Arizona, the one that cites religious freedom as a way to discriminate against LGBT folks. Why is there a fight? Why should you care? Because religion is being used as an excuse to be extraordinarily crappy to other people.
I went into seeing the excerpts of that Bill Nye and the Nye-Ham debate. Everything that I saw was like nothing I didn't expect.
Well, I have to ask again. Do you think that the purpose of that debate was to entertain you? Do you think that you were necessarily the target audience?
Going into it, like I said, going into that Ham and Nye debate, nothing that I saw was anything I didn't expect.
On the other hand, there are definitely some people out there for whom this is all new information. So again, target audience matters.
And Christians going into that aren't going to accept what Nye has to say.
You sure about that? Because even Pat frickin' Robertson, agrees with a lot of what Bill Nye has to say. Oh, not all of it. He still thinks that God was involved. But he doesn't agree with Ken Ham's young earth creationism at all.
And to say that it all came about in 6,000 years is just nonsense. And I think the time we come off of that stuff and say this isn't possible. You can't just totally deny the geological formations that are out there, the rock formations and all the things that go all over the world, especially the bones.
If they do, they're still going to stay loyal to their Christianity.
Are you certain? Because there are definitely people out there who've gone from theist to atheist, and many of them were convinced by the fact that religion and science clash.
You assume too much.
Which goes to show you 95% of the people going into that debate had the same mindset coming out of the debate.
So what are you saying? That those 5% who change their minds aren't worth it? That if we don't make some big, huge, sweeping, all-at-once change, if the increments of change are too small, we shouldn't bother? Is that what you're saying?
I think about things like this, and I wonder why so many people are just so dead set in supporting a good debate when at the end of the day, everyone still thinks the same way. Or there's maybe 5% people that now question one way or the other.
Well, like I said before, religion is being used as an excuse to be really obnoxious to other people. From homophobia to reproductive freedom to sexism to wars in the Middle East, religion is not exactly a force for good in this world. Atheism, or more to the point, anti-theism, is not a hobby for me. It's a campaign against the unwelcome intrusion of religion into people's lives. And if all atheism is for you is entertainment, a hobby, a trend, then you're doing it wrong. And if all we ever get is 5% at a time, that's still 5% we didn't have. Slowly, over time, we'll escape the grip of religion, and that will make it all worth it.
I don't know. I'm personally more of the belief of you should research things for yourself and come to your own conclusions. That's how I basically, decided to become an atheist.
And it's good that worked for you. But I doubt it'll work for everybody else. Unfortunately, a lot of people in this world are lazy, and a depressingly high number of them are stupid. If we don't actually put this out there big and loud so they can't ignore it, it'll never get to them.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just, mistaken by, how many people are actually affected by the debating process.
Well, even if you're not, even if it's just a tiny, tiny increment, what, should we give up? Should we act like it's not worth it? Because in my world, that means handing the other side the win.
Oh, fucking hell! That's what I get for not looking at him. Jumped right on my John Thomas again.
Oh yeah? Well, I have a kitty. Your argument is invalid. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance, saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please think.